I found a secret weapon when I was about 330 pounds after losing 20 pounds before losing 200 pounds that really helped me along the way. And that was that I wanted to stop feeling not only on the outside, but on the inside. I started to feel like, hey, I've lost 20 pounds. Good for me. And I thought, maybe I won't wear that old gross top I've been wearing for the last 2 years that just hides me. I've lost 20 pounds. Put something nicer on. So I started to do that. And that made me feel prettier. Then I started to put makeup on, just a little bit at first, just a little bit of mascara, and then maybe a little bit of blush. And as I would put more effort into feeling better about myself, I'd be more motivated to feel better about myself. I always painted my nails, always did my toes, and I started to do my hair. And my hair, as you can see, is quite curly, but I actually didn't know it was curly. That was part of my discovery as well about 2 years ago. I knew it had a lot of wave in it, but I had no idea it was so curly. So I discovered how to bring my curls into full life. So if I could encourage you to do things that make you feel good about yourself, like don't wear that sloppy top again and your joggers that you think you're hiding in, and you feel terrible when you look in the mirror. Put something on that actually makes you feel like, oh, that looks nice on you today. Well, that color really brings out your eyes, or your lips are shining, or you just look so good in it. It compliments you in some way, or maybe it's just your favorite color. I wore a lot of pink. Pink's my favorite color, and it's all I wore. I had pink everything. Pink, even my bed is pink. Yeah, but pink made me happy, so I surrounded myself in pink when I was in a really down place and trying to get out. So I bought a bed with a pink headboard. I bought a light fixture that has pink roses on it. It's really pretty, actually. And I started to do things that made me feel better about myself. And little by little, the pounds were shedding, and I was feeling not only like I was losing weight, but that I was putting more pride into myself, and that helped me want to do even better. The more I did, the more I wanted to do. The further I stepped forward, the more I wanted to step forward. And I did things like watch YouTube videos on how to do my hair, on how to put makeup on. And I know I use my hands. Everybody says not to use your hands. But I just can't get used to doing it with brushes and sponges. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how you do that without lines. But maybe I should watch some more videos. That is how I started to feel like, I never thought I was the prettiest person, and I never will think that, but I feel pretty enough, and that's good enough, and that's great, because I felt really crappy about myself for a really long time, and I didn't put any effort into myself whatsoever, and I didn't put any effort into what I wore or my makeup or anything. When I went out, I looked horrible. I had given up on the inside, I'd given up on the outside with gaining weight. I'd given up on the outside with trying to make any effort at all. But when I started to lose weight, I started to make an effort. Something changed here too. I started to feel happier, and I started to feel it's not because I was putting makeup on, it's because I was doing something for myself and making an effort to feel better, to present myself to the world a little bit better than I had. And it's not about how you look, it's about how you feel. But I felt better when I would put clothes on that were a little bit nicer, maybe a little bit prettier than I had been wearing before. And when I did my hair and I put a tiny bit of makeup on, all I would wear is mascara in the beginning, I'd feel like, oh, that shows my eyes a little bit. It made a difference. So I encourage you to be courageous. And if you're on a weight loss journey, take that first step. Maybe do your nails today, or wear something you don't usually wear, or do your toenails. And doing my toenails was hard at 350 pounds. So if you're really big, I feel for you, but it's worth it. Get around that belly, get around those legs, and get to those toenails and paint them. Or even better, treat yourself to a spa day if you can. I don't do that very often, but it's lovely to do, and it's so worth it, and you are so worth it. So take the time today, and when you wake up tomorrow morning, get up with a smile. That's the first thing you should put on. It can bring you from frumpy to fabulous in 2 seconds. A smile makes all the difference in the world. That's one thing I had lost when I was really down, was the ability to just smile. And now I wake up and not only do I smile, but I pretty much bounce out of my bed. I have so much energy, it's crazy. And I love the fact that I have that energy because I didn't have it for so long. And having that energy is just such a gift. And having the ability to be grateful for things and not focus on the negative all the time. Like, I was so focused at some point on, poor me, why does this happen to me? How come everybody else is okay? How come I have to fail at everything? And like I've talked about before, I beat myself up all the time. But when I stopped doing that and I started to pay attention to things like, oh, your eyes look really green today, or oh, your smile is nice today, or you're having a good hair day. And I know these are external things, but they did help me to look a little bit at myself in a more positive way and think that maybe, just maybe, I could feel good about someday. And like I said, looking good is a matter of your own perspective, right? Being your best self. It doesn't mean I'm not a movie star. You're probably not a movie star either, but do you feel great? You know you're going to feel better when you lose the weight you want to lose. Put yourself there. Don't be afraid. And so I love to get up, get dressed, and start my day in a positive way, and then go see my little grandchildren, do my stuff with them. And you know what? I get dressed and get ready even though I'm not doing anything special that day, because I just want to feel good about myself. I only have one life. Why not live it feeling good, feeling like I'm not being my worst self, but rather being my best self? I hope that helps you to know that you too can move forward to be your best self. And it doesn't take tons of makeup, it doesn't take tons of lessons, and it doesn't take fancy hair and fancy clothes. It just takes a big smile, a good attitude, and doing what it takes to make you feel better about yourself. I know it's a common thing these days to say, act as if. And you know, I think that saying has something to it. I really do. I think that there's something to that. And if you act like you feel good about yourself, even if it's just a little bit better, imagine yourself in that place. Imagine yourself 30, 40, 100, 200 pounds lighter. I didn't imagine 200 pounds lighter, to be honest with you. I think I imagined myself down to the lowest as 180. And I was really surprised when a really good friend of mine said to me, why you think 180 only? Why? Before you 150, why now you only want 180? Because I showed him pictures of myself when I was 150 pounds. And I said, well, there's no way I could ever get there. And he looked at me and his face was all frowning. And he said, why you believe lie? And I said, it's not a lie. I'm almost 60 years old. How am I ever going to get down to the weight I was when I was 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago? He said, because you can if you want. If you want it, you can do it. It's not easy, but you can do. And I said, okay, smart ass. Honestly, he encouraged me and he helped me get here along with a lot of my family. I had a team really cheering me on. But more than anything, I cheered myself on. Every time I took a step forward, I really gave myself applause, and I let myself celebrate in some way every time there was another 20 pounds left. So I would do something. I'd go somewhere with a friend or make sure that I did something I wanted to do for myself. And sometimes it looked like I was doing my nails, but it doesn't have to be something really expensive and outlandish. It can be something just lovely, like seeing a friend or having your sister sleep over, or, you know, something that's a treat to you. And so I learned to enjoy these things very much. And I celebrated each new win, and every day I got to be a little bit more proud of myself and a little bit more happier, and I saw what I was imagining coming to life. I saw the me I wanted to be coming to life. And then I started the workouts, and that helped, and I started to walk more and more, and that helped, and everything pieced together. And in the end, I've ended up not only, I think, looking my best self, which is relative, but I'm happy to be my best self, and that's more than enough. And I'm telling you, if you just keep working at it little by little, you'll get there. But envision it. Envision yourself happy. and make yourself do what you can to get there now. You don't have to lose your weight before you start feeling better about yourself. Start today and start with a smile. And you'll see if you build up your confidence a little bit by little bit, you build up your happiness little by stop dwelling on the negative things and start dwelling on the positive about yourself. You're going to see such a huge change in yourself. You will see such an improvement. You'll see such incredible improvement that you'll wonder why you ever felt so bad about yourself in the first place. Can you imagine getting there? I'm telling you, you can. So, takeaway of the day is be your best self. Start with a smile and a shine in your eyes. Put something on that makes you feel less sloppy. Do your hair a little bit. Get up, get active, act like you're already on your way, and soon you will be. And soon you're going to get to your goal, and you're going to be smiling, you're going to be happy, and you're going to be so incredibly thankful that you did all the things you did to get there. Stay tuned for more. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you're going to do to make yourself feel better today. And let's do this together.